Welcome back, folks. This is the second episode of the series called Tending Towards Tao, where I'm going to be talking about this philosophy called Taoism, which belongs to the culture of the Chinese. The last video was about, the beautiful things that it says, this philosophy talks about. Today, we're going to go a little bit deeper than that. So there are a couple of things that we need to consider here before jumping right into the topic. Number one is that people don't know enough about Taoism. The second point is that we can't really describe this philosophy in words. We can feel about it, we can have intuitions about it, and we're going to find out later why. I'm beginning with a couple of quotations that Alan Watts is using in this book to give you the feels of this philosophy. He's quoting from Tao Te Ching, or Tao Te Ching. So the first quote is, "The Tao which can be spoken of is not the eternal Tao. The Tao that can be told of is not the absolute Tao. The flow that can be followed is not the eternal flow. The course that can be discoursed is not the eternal course. The force that can be forced isn't the true force. The Tao that can be Taoed is not the invariable Tao." So what has happened is, different people have translated this philosophy in different ways. Many people have even called Tao God, which is not right. And Alan Watts is being very careful about this, and he's asking us to be very careful as well. He's clearly stating that, however, it must be clear from the start that Tao cannot be understood as God in the sense of the ruler, monarch, commander, architect, and maker of this universe. The image of the military and political overlord, or of a creator external to nature, is completely alien to this philosophy of Taoism and has no place in it. It says, "The great Tao flows everywhere, to the left and to the right. All things depend upon it to exist, and it does not abandon them. To its accomplishments it lays no claim. It loves and nourishes all things, but does not lord it over them." It's very tempting to call it God, but it's not. Alan Watts here is clearly stating that yet the Tao is the most certainly the ultimate reality and energy of this universe, the ground of being and non-being. The Tao has reality and evidence, but no action and no form. It may be transmitted, but cannot be received. It may be attained, but cannot be seen. It exists by and through itself. In the later paragraphs, we find that this philosophy of the Tao has a connotation of something that's flowing. It's not static. Alan Watts states again, "Thus the Tao is the course, the flow, the drift of the process of nature, and I call it the watercourse way because both Lao Tzu and Zhuangzi, these are Chinese philosophers, use the flow of water as its principal metaphor." But it is of the sense of their philosophy that the Tao cannot be defined in words, and it is not an idea or a concept. It may be attained but not seen. Or in other words, it can be felt but not conceived, intuited but not categorized, divined but not explained. In a very similar way, air and water cannot be cut or clutched, and their flow ceases to be when they are enclosed. There is no way of putting a stream in a bucket or the wind in a bag. The notion that everything needs a doer or every verb needs a subject is a conditioning of our minds. It's just a simple grammatical rule. It does not need to have anything to do with reality. So what we have right now is a feeling of something that just happens. It does not need to do anything. It is not doer. So as we approach the end of this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a Zen Buddhist saying, and it says, "As I sit quietly doing nothing, spring comes and grass grows of itself." Now I'm going to tell you to share in the comment sections how this saying is entirely different from the Taoist view of life. Okay? Thanks a lot for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you very much.